The Akatsuki, probably the most iconic list of villains in anime of all time. But where the hell do they all line up on a tier list? So I'm using anime.com to make the official, the only and final Akatsuki tier list ever. Let's get to work. All right, so go over to characters. Let's start off with a side character that's also a member of the Akatsuki, Jugo. See, now Jugo was one of the temporary Akatsuki members, okay? He's there, even though it's for a small amount of time. He's part of the rotation, so we're gonna put him in D tier. Karin, I didn't know there was this many Karins. Listen, I don't think she's that great of a character, okay? She's just Sakura 2.0, just another fangirl. She did say Sasuke's light a couple times, but I'm putting her in D2. There's only one Suigetsu Y anime. See, that means already, just off the jump, he needs to be in C, okay? Just because there's only one of him in the entire database, okay? There's other Jugos, there's other Karins, but there's only one Suigetsu. And honestly, out of Sasuke's little trio of misfits, I think that he's the cooler one of the three. Even though Jugo has a cool power in terms of personality and just like on-screen presence most of the time, I think Suigetsu deserves to be up there, at least in C. We're looking at the whole list. And no, I'm not ranking Sasuke right now. Oh no, there's other Sasuries. There's other, okay, they just have Sasori in some form of their name. Sasori is gangster, okay? He's honestly a cool character. Power is dope, backstory is amazing. I'm putting him in B. And this is kind of the benchmark for what the Akatsuki is in general. Speaking of Sasori, we're throwing in Kakuzu now. Now look, he's hovering B. He's hovering B, but just hold on. Sure, he's got a shiesty on. Sure, he's about his paper. And he's got a cool fact that he's like pretty much unkillable for the most part, unless you find all his hearts. But really, what was he doing with all this money? He was just getting money for the love of the game at this point in the story. I think compared to the other members, he's just not up there, okay? Honestly, he might just be in C with Suigetsu, just above Suigetsu. Next up, Zetsu. Put him in C. I mean, look, he means a lot to the story in Naruto, but in the lineup, who has ever been like,
yo, I'm a Zetsu fan.
That's my guy. That's who I stand no matter what. He's above everybody. No one sits there. He's one of the most like frail characters in the entire story. He sits there going, oh, I'm all doing this all for my mom and Kaguya. It's like, bro, really? Brother is the most toxic version of a mama's boy ever. Let her go, bro. She died. You gotta move on. Also, he hoed Madara. I can't stand by that. Next up, Hidan. And look at the, see, look. There's only 3 Hidans in this entire database. And honestly, Hidan is going in B. And before you go,
he's in B.
Really, you think Hidan is better than Sasori? Despite his ability being he cannot die, you really say Hidan needs to go over Sasori? Sasori gave you emotion. It gave you story. You started feeling for him in the story. But Hidan is like, okay, he's here. Shikamaru, clap him real quick. I mean, granted, Asuna did die in this whole entire process, but he's B. He's not A, he's not S, he's just B. He's better than the rest of them for the most part. He's up there with the mid characters, okay? This is gonna be a controversial inclusion. He was only in for a little bit, but my man Orochimaru's going in S. And before you're like, nah, there's no way you're putting him in S. What ninja has done more for the modern era than Orochimaru? I'll wait for you. Tell me. Who you got? Probably got nobody. My man made one jutsu better that caused an entire war to almost fail. Okay. Pioneer, trendsetter, trailblazer, started his own village with his own people, a successful village, mind you. He wasn't a follower at all. He's never been a follower. That's why he left the Akatsuki. He was just in there to see what was going on, get some knowledge, maybe just pull up and just hold Itachi real quick. But really, Orochimaru would never follow anybody. He's up there, one of the all-time greats, and he's a Sani, so he gets an S tier off that alone. Now, all right. Since we're talking about Sani, we gotta bring in Yahiko. And honestly, Yahiko is not that cool unless it's Nagato being used as pain. So Yahiko honestly is type lacking in C, okay? Like, he's Ichigo's look with Naruto's personality. Like, what are we doing here? I don't think Yahiko deserves to be in B, A, or S. Because mind you, your entire experience with Yahiko isn't him as a character. It's through Nagato as pain. That's it. There's no argument for him to be anywhere. He might even be technically down there in D. He's a plot device, so you understand how we have pain as a character. But really, who is Yahiko? Give me a top 5 Yahiko moment. You don't have one. Konan is a solid A character, all right?
She's only had one moment.
The little paper bombs with Tobi, Obito. Bro, that ability alone guarantees you an A placement, okay? She sat there like Batman and planned his fall for God knows how long, and would have won if it wasn't for plot devices. She cooked Tobi. Tobi was gonna die. But no, he's a Uchiha, and we have to glaze Uchihas all the time. Also, one of the cooler overall female characters within Naruto. When you look at the lineup of what we got, she's up there in the top. Next, let's do Deidara. This is a fan favorite, but he's not for me. I think he's just right between Sasori and Hidan. Something about his hand-mouth thing, like,
It just rubs me the wrong way, you know what I'm saying?
But what is cool about him is that he can literally come in and just bomb an entire village and just take it out by himself. I mean, these people can all take out villages by themselves, but Deidara can really take out an entire village by himself. Konan makes paper bird bombs. He makes clay bombs. Is there a uniqueness factor here? I don't know. But since we ranked one terrorist A with a similar ability, I'm not going to rank him any higher than B. I think overall to the story, though, she means a bit more, which is also interesting. Why wasn't she in the Great Ninja War? I don't know if they ever explained that, but Deidara was. Hold on. Actually, I'm putting Deidara in A because he came back for the Great Ninja War. Conan did it. Now this is where it's gonna get real tight. Let's get him out the way. Let's bring in Sasuke. And look at how many Sasukes there are. There's so many Sasukes. He's not unique at all. If you're looking at the Uchiha fandom as a whole, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think Sasuke is better than Obito? Probably not. Do you think Sasuke is better than Itachi? Probably not. Do you think Sasuke is better than Madara? Probably not. Those three characters alone are more interesting than Sasuke as an Uchiha or just as a character, period. Sasuke was never one of my top favorite characters ever in anime, so I'm a bit biased on this situation. And he was just a temporary member of the Akatsuki. But compared to who is left on this board, I'm putting Sasuke in A. Honestly, he's top of A. He's not S. Though he did pull up on all the Kage and cause a ruckus. Nah, still A. To take a break from the Uchiha, let's pull up Kisame! My dog! The no-tail Jinchuriki. The only man who could keep Itachi in check. That's why they got paired together. The man who boxed twice with Might Guy. The secret sauce to the Akatsuki the whole time. Kisame is a solid A-tier character. He's a shark. Who doesn't love shark? His sword, Samehara, is cool as hell. It absorbs chakra. He's boxed with some of the best people in the entire series. And his role was literally to keep probably the GOAT of the ninja world in check, which was Itachi. You gotta put him in A. You gotta put him in A. This only leaves a handful of people left. Tobi. Now look, Tobi is one of the biggest fan glazed characters, okay? And it took me some time to really understand and appreciate the greatness of Tobi in general. At first I was like, he's not doing it for me. But he has probably one of the top 5 best animated fights or choreographed fights in all of anime with Kakashi. And when you think about the story of Naruto from the beginning all the way to the end, you can't really wrap that in a bow without Tobi. Also, in the English dub, which I'm not that big of a fan of, I'm more a fan of the Japanese dub, his voice actor is goated. And one of my favorite moments of all time is him sitting there going, "Am I perspiring? No, these fools could never make me sweat." That was such an insane line. Tobi's gotta go in S. He has to go in S. Oh, this is so rough, bro. Oh, I think I'm bringing Konan down. Konan's down there with Sasori Hidan. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. And I'm also bringing Hidan down with Kakuzu. They're partners. They need to be together. This is rough. This is rough. You know what? Put the bomb people together. Boom. Okay, now that I reorganized this list a little bit, there's 2 people left that need to be put on here. The big bad of the ninja world, Pain. What needs to be said about Pain that hasn't been shown or said before? Took out Jiraiya, took out the entire village, is the polar opposite of where Naruto could have ended up in the story via just his war-torn childhood past. Probably the dopest power set of anybody in the original series. And honestly, the culmination of a character arc for Naruto. Like, you could have ended Naruto in the Pain arc and it would have been great. Oh, it's over, but we left some loose ends we had to take care of. That right there would have been amazing. The village throwing Naruto up, and that gave Naruto that moment because of Pain. Without Pain putting him through the ringer, we never would have been like, that's our guy. That's our guy. I could take out this entire C tier, maybe even B tier, and just have Pain, and I would be happy. I don't need all these other people from being below. Pain is just saucy. He has to go in S. He has to go in S. There's no way you don't put him in S. Which creates a conflict because there's gonna be 4 people in S because the only person left is Itachi. Oh my God, I gotta move some people because this is nuts. I can't have 4 people in S. All right, Orochimaru's coming down. He's gotta come down. Honestly, Sasuke's coming down too to B. I just, nah. Sasuke doesn't do it for me. He's coming down. He's coming down to B. So now the question is, and this is a rough question, Tobi, Pain, Itachi. These are probably the 3 most meaningful characters, and Naruto, of course. When you think of the 5 characters that have the most impact and overarching, like, just hold in the entire story, these 3 guys are there. I can't have 2 Uchihas in S. I can't. Out of my hate for them, I can't. I'm moving Tobi to A, and I'm putting Itachi top of S. Honestly, that switch up just comes down to, I don't want to have mad people in S tier because S tier should only be 1 or 2 people. It shouldn't be an entire squad of individuals. But also, like, if I'm picking between Itachi and Tobi, who are you picking? I'm picking Itachi. That's my guy. That's my GOAT. Like, yeah, you could say Tobi's like bottom of S, but like, you know, this is my 1 and 2 buckle my shoe. This is my 1-2 punch. Most important character to Naruto's development, most important character to Sasuke's development. Literally the 1-2 sandwich of the whole story. And this is the only and final Akatsuki tier list ever. I'm clipping it. Boom. It's out. It's public. 16 characters. If you want to flame it, just go on anime.com. Also, subscribe to the channel.